I ate Taco Bell today, and the Dodgers must have did the same thing, because they played like shit. Man, game one of the NLDS against the D-backs did not go as planned. Clayton Kershaw records 1 out, gives up 6 runs. James Outman didn't set the tone, and I'll get to that here in a second. And the D-backs played amazing tonight. First off, I want to say this about Clayton Kershaw. His postseason record is bad. His ERA is like a 4.49 in the postseason career-wise. In the regular season, it's a 2.48. He is not a Game 1 starter, and tonight kind of proved it even more than the past. 6 runs, 1 out, and just a shit show from Kersh. Very disappointed with tonight's game. James Outman, out of all the players on the Dodgers who would make an error or like bobble a ball, I wouldn't have expected it to be James Outman. Well, to lead the ball game off, one's hit right to him pretty much. He had to go over a little bit, hits the palm of his glove, drops the ball, leadoff double, and then Corbin Carroll brings in Marte, and the scoring starts for the Diamondbacks. I think it was Christian Walker who brings in another run with a single with Corbin Carroll, and then Gabriella, I think that's his name, Moreno or some. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, D-backs fans, if you guys are watching. But he hits a 3-run shot to make it 5-0, and then I think Longoria has an RBI single to make it 6-0. And they finally pull Clayton Kershaw. They bring out Emmett Sheehan, who gave up 3 runs as well. But in that situation, you're down by 6. Emmett Sheehan, it would have been nice to watch him kind of keep the score low. But at the end of the day, you kind of felt like you were down and out of the game anyway. And it just sucked when Emmett Sheehan gave up more runs. Tommy Pham had a solo shot. Corbin Carroll had a moonshot. Thomas had a moonshot for the D-backs. They just looked really good. Kelly tonight for the Diamondbacks got his first ever win at Dodger Stadium. And of course it comes in the postseason. The regular season record between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers held that all the way. Is an 8-5 split. Well, now when it matters, the D-backs are up a game. And I just want to say Kelly pitched amazing. There was one call that it was really low, and I think it was the David Peralta. Yeah, the game's pretty much over, but it was pretty low, and it got called a strikeout, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Kind of felt like the ump wanted to get out of Dodger Stadium. I understand, like it's maybe 8-0, I think, at the point in the game, but you just can't be calling things like that. Like, you got to be better. I feel like, it's a postseason game. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers could have played better. Kersh, man, Dave Roberts said this is the best he thinks he's seen. Before this game, I think yesterday they said this is the best Kershaw looks and feels. And he only recorded 1 out. Very disappointed. Bobby Miller will be pitching game 2 against Zach Gallen. And that's a must-win game for LA. And I'm not saying that because I want the series to be tied. But you go into Chase Field and you're down 2-0. That's trouble. Those D-back fans are going to be loud as hell. They're excited. They're getting postseason baseball for the first time since 2017. And right now, the D-backs are looking honestly unbeatable. They didn't lose a game to the Brewers. They haven't lost a game to the Dodgers. I know it's game 1, but will they slow down? Will the Dodgers figure it out? And it's obviously up to Bobby Miller. The Dodgers did end up scoring 2 runs with an 2 RBI triple from Will Smith that brought in Mookie and Freddie, which that was nice to see. But at the end of the day, it was a shit show for the Dodgers, and the D-backs played amazing. And you can't say they didn't. They put up 11 runs. Kelly pitched amazing. Corbin Carroll did his thing. Thomas did his thing. I think they hit 4 solo shots. Tommy Pham got one of them, which I feel like that's bittersweet for Pham. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is he didn't have a good regular season against the Dodgers. But when I was there in LA, um, I think it was, I don't want to, I think it was August 29th. When I was there in LA to watch the Dodgers and D-backs play, I was in the right field pavilion, and there was a lot of Dodgers fans talking shit to fam. Like, I mean, like a lot of shit. Like something I just like, bro, he's an athlete, and I get you want to talk shit, bro, but there's a point in talking shit, in my opinion. And I still recall them like yelling at him every inning, telling him he sucks. Like you don't gotta do that shit every inning. And he hit that home run, and all I could think about was that night. Like now he's probably smiling and wishing them mother effers were still there. But um, just a terrible night. You know, Dodgers offense played sloppily. Huh, they played sloppy. But when you're down by 6, what can you do? And what I'm saying by sloppy is when you have Jason Hayward. I like Jay Hay. I truly do. But, bro, you cannot be swinging that pitches 20 feet away from you, you dummy. Like, I like you, Jay Hay. I do. But I understand from a lefty standpoint because I bat lefty. When the ball's kind of in the right like side of the batter's box, why would you swing? And Jay Hay stands so far back, which to me blows my mind. And maybe it's because I'm used to people crowding the plate, like how Justin Turner did. Max Muncy's pretty close. Mookie Betts is, they're not crowding it, but they look like they're close. Jay Hay looks like he's far off and he's just chilling. Uh, like I said, just a terrible game, and uh, we don't have a game tomorrow, which I think is so stupid. I don't really like the way they set up the postseason schedule for the NLDSs because the NL side of the playoffs or the postseason, they have tomorrow off. Then they play Monday. Then they're off Tuesday. Then they play Wednesday. And then I think they play Thursday, off that Friday, that Saturday. So, like, if it goes to game 5s. But, like, it's such a weird schedule, to be honest. I really wish they were all playing tomorrow. But Rob Manfred had a different idea with the postseason schedule. And I feel like this could maybe help the Dodgers and maybe slow the D-backs down. You're off a day. Like, who knows? Maybe Bobby, bro. I know Bobby Miller is... I bet he's as nervous as Dodger fans are going into game 2. And like I said, man, they have. Oh, they also have. You can't discredit the D-backs tonight. They played amazing, but Bobby Miller faces them Monday night. But the D-backs have Zach Gallen, and that's somebody who has torched. I mean, torched the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, and the last start Gallen had against did not go his way. I think he gave up like 6 runs or 4 runs or 5 runs in that game in LA. And obviously that's what we need him to do again. If you're like, you need the Dodgers offense on Monday. You need Bobby Miller to have a 1-2-3 inning, and then right away you need the Dodgers offense to put up 2 or 3 runs in that bottom of the first. But you can't predict it, man. And like I said, this game was rough. It just felt like a very long game from the first. Like, they were an hour in, and it was like the 3rd inning. And it felt like the game was on for 5 hours. Just a very shitty game from the Dodgers. And, man, the D-backs, like I said, they played great. And, I'm hoping the Dodgers come back and win the series down by 1. Because I want Kershaw to be on the mound one last time where he actually has a good game or a decent game in the postseason for the Dodgers, because who knows, this could be it. Our future for the rotation is looking really bright. Once we get May back, if we do, he's hit or miss at this point. I feel like Dustin May, I really enjoy him, but if we traded him to get a better arm or somebody who's not as injury prone but can be consistent and really good, I wouldn't mind. But hopefully Tony Gonsolin comes back healthy. Walker Buehler will have him next year. Pretty sure Bobby Miller will be in the rotation. But we ain't looking on for next year yet. We're looking on for game 2 on Monday. And like I said, just need to be better. And congrats to the D-backs taking game 1. And there's a lot of work to be done if you're the Dodgers. I mean, there's a lot of work. I mean, it was just a shitty day, like they ate Taco Bell, like I said in the beginning. And the only team who won today, who had a bye, was the Astros. Or not a bye, but who didn't play in the wild card was the Astros. The Phillies won. The D-backs won. Who the hell did the Orioles? The Rangers won. And then the Stros won. So, just a bad game from the Dodgers. And I know Bob Costas is annoying as fuck. I am going to say that. Like, bro, we get it's 9-0. You don't got to keep on throwing shade at the Dodgers. Like, I understand that, bro. Like, as a Dodger fan, that annoyed me. Like, it was irritating. Like, I don't understand why you got to keep throwing shade, my guy. Like, I feel like I'm one of the most respected. Like, I don't care what team I'm watching. I just love baseball. And I'm a Dodgers fan. But, like, there's a little bit of point as a fan. Like, you got to be like, hey, all right, enough. Even throwing myself in as a baseball fan. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're like, hating the team. And it was just a little irritating for sure. But, He's pretty annoying. Might have to mute the TV on Monday. But oh man, just congrats to the D-backs. I'm just kind of rambling on at this point, and we'll just call it good from here. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Game 1 goes to the Diamondbacks 11-2, and on to Monday, where hopefully Bobby Miller could come through, and then that Wednesday we'd have Lance Lynn for Game 3, which that's another problem I feel like with the rotation. He gave up the most home runs in the regular season, so just see what happens, man. On to Game 2 on Monday. Good job, D-backs, and I'll see you guys then.